D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And if I got a story for you, down below you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them and you can, make up your own opinion, or you can just listen to what I say because I just break them all down for you. I just want to say though that before I get started, if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithms, and small channels like mine usually get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Rob Zombie is set to direct the Munsters movie. Now, he had posted on Instagram, the first thing that he had posted on Instagram was he said, "Attention boils and ghouls. The rumors are true. My next film project will be the one I've been chasing for 20 years, The Munsters. Stay tuned for exciting details as things progress. Sorry, if I could read. I think this is great as of right now. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But if you don't know who Rob Zombie is, he first off, he started off as a singer. He's a singer. He's in a band. It's not my favorite type of music, but he does have some songs that I do like a lot. And I'm like, yay, like there's a Living Dead Girl. That's a pretty good song. I think that's maybe his most famous one. I don't know. I don't follow his music career. But he has written and directed some films. He's famous for A House of a Thousand Corpses. I believe that was his first film. I personally didn't like that film. And he also did the Halloween reboot. He did 1 and 2. I personally do not like Rob Zombie's films. I think that first off, I think they're too gory. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like it's just, it's just torture porn in my opinion. Plus, I think the writing is really bad. I don't think he's a good writer. Directing wise, he's all right. I mean, like he's not like the best, but I don't think he's bad. It's just his movies, like for me, they just don't have substance. Like I watch them, I'm just like, this was a waste of time kind of thing. But the Munsters, I am a fan of. I really like the original series. I don't watch it too often now just because with streaming, there's so much stuff on there. But I did watch it we'll say 5 years ago before streaming really became huge and Netflix was really the only thing and they sent you DVDs in the mail. I did watch the Munsters more then. I thought, I always thought it was fun and it was just lighthearted and it was super fun and everything. The Munsters has had, it aired in 1964 in black and white. And there's some really good episodes. I suggest go watching some episodes. There's one where Herman puts a cloth over his head or whatnot to take a nap, and a doctor comes in and he checks his pulse and he's realized he's dead. So then he gets carted away because a dead body. It's just funny. But it started in 1964. And there have been, reboots and everything and reimaginations. Like there was the Munsters or the Return of the Munsters or Here Come the Monsters. And I mean, that movie was okay. It's nothing special, but it was okay. And then most recently in 2012, they were trying to reboot it as a TV series, and they did what's called Mockingbird Lane. Now, I don't know if you can find it on YouTube or not, but I personally liked Mockingbird Lane. I thought it was fun. It was a good reimagining. Unfortunately, they spent way too much money on it. I think they said something like, I think they spent so much money on it for one episode that they just released it as a Halloween special on NBC. And I think, that's what they did there. So Rob Zombie is a huge fan of the Munsters, and I think that he will be respectful of the source material as far as the TV show from the 60s goes. He had talked about on Howard Stern how you kind of have to make it fun and light and everything. And then he also talked about how with he had seen every episode at least 17 times, and that was in 2010. So maybe he's seen it more now. And I do know that he's a huge fan of the Munsters, so I do think that he will be respectful of the material, of the characters, and I think that I don't think it's going to be a gore fest like we've seen from his previous movies. I think that he did direct a commercial, and it was for I believe deodorant or something like that, and had this guy, and he had an axe, and he was chopping wood, but he made it seem like it was a horror movie, and then it switched over to a lighthearted thing. thing and everything. So, I mean, I hope that this is more lighthearted and fun, like the Munsters was in the previous shows. And it gives a sense that Rob Zombie can do more than just horror. I know he's got a certain aesthetic, you know, with his long hair and the glasses, got a very rock star look and everything. And people just automatically assume just because all he's done is horror movies that he can only do horror movies. And hopefully this will change people's opinions and he can get more work as far as directing goes. And hopefully he doesn't write it and it's bad, but we shall see. So tell me, you guys, what do you guys think? And how do you feel about Rob Zombie doing the Munsters movie? I think this is going to go to Paramount Plus. You know, this seems like a Paramount Plus movie to me kind of thing. But we'll see. I know that they're, you know, they always need content on these streaming services. And this one sounds like this could be. And you can tell me some fan casting. Who do you think would be a good Munster? Who would play all the good? Who would be a good Herman Munster? You know, as far as that goes, and what kind of looks do you want them to do? And do you think Rob Zombie will make it lighthearted and fun like the original series and the reboots from then, or do you think it's going to be more dark and very, you know, gory like the rest of like House of a Thousand Corpses kind of thing? You guys can go and tell me what you think about all this. You can leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.